And so we're back. You know what time it is? It's 4 o'clock. And every day at 4 o'clock, Monday through Friday, we're going to hear somebody I know, somebody in my world share something good. And this young lady played a very, very special role in my life. She, at one point, was the longest standing client for On the Ball. She is probably the longest standing VP of marketing for her company that I know of. So she's awesome. She taught me a lot. We had an amazing run. We're still great friends, and it is my honor and pleasure to welcome Paige Brough. Tell me something good.
Hi, Steve. It's so great to see you.
Thank you, man. You have such a special spot in my heart. I mean, it was we had a great run together. We did some really cool stuff. So I'll let you jump in and tell people how we know each other and what's good in your life and what's going on in your industry, which I still to this day think is the hardest industry I've ever worked in.
I tell you what, I'm thrilled to be here because it's always great to see you. And we've had some great times. We've learned a lot together. We've accomplished so many things, a lot of fun. And it's great to be here. So thank you. Yeah,
Pleasure.
like you said, I mean, I am blessed. I have been with this company for over 25 years, which is unusual, and I still love it.
Well, say the name of the company because I'm not even sure what they're calling themselves these days.
I hear you. Well, I work for Here USA, and like you said, I'm vice president of corporate communications and marketing. And it's not like being at the same company for 25 years. We have evolved, we have grown, we have changed ownership a few times, and
Yes,
all
ma'am.
throughout there, you know that very well.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's like working for and working with people from a couple of different companies. But yes, it's Here USA. We are a part of WS Audiology, which is a global company with manufacturing and retail. And our mission is to change lives through better hearing. And again, I feel blessed because I'm a part of a group, Steve, right now, a group of executives, and from a leadership standpoint, that just truly cares so very much about our customers. And
Wow.
I love it. I love it because that's why I get up in the morning, is to help people. And these times are tough. You know, we, from a business standpoint, we have never worked in this type of environment with COVID and with, you know, so many struggles out there culturally and pressures that are affecting our employees and our customers every single day.
So you've seen your business especially change a lot. The power of hearing is so magic. And when we worked together, I got to see that. But you've seen the business side change. You've seen the technology. I mean, I remember some of the stuff that was coming up that was, you know, absolutely incredible. So, you know, where are you now? I know you were traveling globally. I know that you're a real thought leader in the space. So share with everybody sort of, you know, what's the state of the union in hearing?
Sure. Well, you know, I started by saying how blessed I am, and I truly am, because our leadership and my CEO, for example, we sat down and started really talking about what does this mean for our customers at this time. And we have really evolved, Steve, into the fact of we're actually providing remote care for our customers over the phone. So just
Really?
like here, yes. And who would have
Wow.
thought that? Because we want them to hear better. And how could you imagine being isolated from your friends, your family, not being able to go out into the public, and then on top of that, not being able to hear? I mean, their connection right now is over the phone. It's over Skype, FaceTime. If they can't hear, it's really been a big impact for them. And I'm very proud of what we have done really quickly to adapt to this environment and be able to help our customers hear better and connect with them over the phone with remote care. So we've done some innovative things with helping them with their hearing aids, helping them teach them how to clean them because they can't come into some of our centers.
Right.
We have Signia hearing aids actually come with an app that enables our hearing care providers and audiologists to be able to connect with that patient through this app, make setting changes, change volumes, different adjustments that help them in their environment hear better. So
Now,
we've
is that
adapted.
a post-COVID, or you were doing that anyway and just happened to, be applicable now?
You know, there were some possibilities to it before, but because of legislation, we really couldn't do that type of work remotely. And now the states are opening up that ability because of
Wow.
COVID. And we're running with it because our customers love it. It helps them, and they can do it from the comfort of their own home. So we're trying to expand that towards more products and more services. And it's lovely to be able to help them in that way.
That's
There's just
amazing. Yeah.
precedent,
I
right?
remember some of the challenges that we dealt with, which really tested my abilities to get creative and come up with ideas. You're in a category where nobody wants to believe they can't hear. So
Right.
they certainly don't want to wear hearing aids, although this is so cool now. This is basically, this is worse than what a hearing aid is, so it's kind of funny for me. But one of the things was transportation. I
Yeah.
remember it was tough getting people to the centers, and I think you have like over 200 centers still. Is that about right?
We're over 400 now, actually.
Over 400. Wow.
When I started,
Wow.
we had, I believe, 8. When I think
Oh,
you worked with us, we had what, maybe 50 or 75. See, you helped us.
right. Right. Wow. I remember that the heyday for me, it was 200 plus and onboarding people. And I mean, at the very end of our tenure, we were starting to create marketing materials for every location. And,
Yes.
it was really, it was the epitome of scaling. Now you're 400. Wow. That's amazing. So
Across the U.S.
transportation, getting an elderly population to the centers was hard. This has got to be a real boon for you guys to be able to expand without having people have to come.
Absolutely. It's convenient for them. And, like Simon Sinek says, right? This is the new norm. They're not going to start leaving their home tomorrow. It could be months. And who knows?
Who knows?
This is the way we do it. So it's fascinating and really rewarding, just to be able to help people in a facet that in these times people are. And remember, Steve, we used to talk so much about why people didn't place a lot of importance on their hearing. It
I
took the
remember.
backseat
I
to
remember
glasses and
the
other
case
types of
studies, right? We did one of the best ads we did was with Coach Hula with the glasses. It's like, hey, if you can't see, you go get glasses. If you can't hear, go take care of it.
right. And now people are telling us that. Oh my goodness, I didn't really realize how important hearing was
Wow.
until I was, in a self quarantine. I couldn't see anyone. And I relied on my hearing and I realized, goodness, you know what? This is not good.
Wow.
So there's some good things that can come out of such a crazy environment and that we're in right now, right?
I love that. I love that. So I'm going to switch gears and we're
Yes.
going to talk about you as an individual. So, you've been a female leader in a man's world for, forever. You're a working mom. I mean, I think your kids were great swimmers. I don't know if that's still happening now with
Yep.
COVID, but so speak to your personal journey and how, what were your keys to success, and then apply it to like now, 3 months ago, 90 days ago, the train stopped. What did you do to overcome it?
That's a great question. You know what? For me, I think it's very important to have a balance, number one, and do what you believe in. I think right now leadership, what's taken its toll on everyone is how we lead in an environment like this. I tend to lead with empathy, so a lot of my decisions that I make are based upon what makes sense and being empathetic to
Wow,
whoever
love
it
it.
is. It's either in a business world, what should our company be doing from a empathetic standpoint to our customers, and how can we adapt for them? In my personal world, how do I balance that? My career is very important, so is my family. And there's a way, if you're really organized and you keep everything in perspective, that you can really serve all your customers in the way you need to. So
I love that.
I don't know that that's the right way for everybody, but for me, it's important to do what I love and to love the people that I'm with. So,
That is a common theme. I'm a big fan of Success Leaves Clues. And there's a common theme among successful leaders, and that is they have empathy, number one, and they're doing what they love. I mean, to get up every day of your life and do something that you are not overwhelmingly passionate about, I think is how people get sick. I mean, that's, that mindset. So switching gears once again, because we can really have some fun here. And so I'll test your memory. Give me, or give our audience, if you will, 2 or 3, nuggets of stories about the times we worked together. What comes to mind, even if it's just one, because we did travel, we did do great stuff. We did, I think you broke the mold early on with an endorsement deal with Coach Shula, God rest his soul. So we have lots of, and that was really cool. Getting that one done was really cool. So just speak to what comes to top of mind in terms of a stroll down memory lane, if you would.
Oh goodness. Well, certainly Shula's, he's a part of that. What a lovely man. And his whole family, getting to know them and meeting them. And like we've said, hearing is a part of your entire world. So it was a family affair in a way. So it was nice to meet them and to do that. And to be involved in a lot of the NFL Retiree Association. Remember that?
Sure, absolutely. Frank Krauser. Yeah, that's good stuff. But it became a benefit. I mean, people don't realize that it really is a benefit to have someone take a look at your ears.
Yes, yes. I mean, I think we put together some really great marketing campaigns to really raise awareness of hearing and to get people to really think about hearing being important, and something that they need to keep top of mind. So we did a lot of good things, right? We had a lot of good promotions. The Don Shula endorsement was fun. A good foundation was met by your team and the ideation. What I loved about you, Steve, always, and I have fond memories of, is sitting in conference rooms, for example, restaurants, whatever, and just brainstorming and kicking up the ideas. And once that starts, let it go. It could take us hours to go through all of our brainstorming, but there's
Oof, we had
always
so
some
many
nuggets
ideas.
there's nuggets there that have legs that we could actually incorporate into our business, and those ideation sessions fueled our ideas for months, and
people really got behind them too. You were really good at internally getting people on board. I mean, that was there's a bunch of takeaways that I took from working with you. One of them was you were not you were tough. You no, and I mean that in a really, really positive way, because you knew what you wanted. You didn't stop at mediocrity, and so you got the most out of us because you worked it. And it in my as my career grew, I found that people who didn't have that toughness was like, we would work really hard together, and then at 5 o'clock go have a beer and have, or whatever we did, and have a great time. And I have all of those dinner memories and stuff like that. But it taught me that you could have tenseness with somebody, which is really what creates the greatest creative process. If everybody's singing along and it's la 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 and there's no contention, you don't get good work. And you made me realize that one had nothing to do with the other, that they were mutually exclusive. We could be friends afterwards. That to this day is the best lesson I've learned in the creative process, is that it does not happen without real passion and people holding on and tug of wars and stuff like that. So those are great memories for me too.
Good. That's awesome. Yeah, that collaboration. And, you know, I think it's important to surround yourself with people who are very genuine and good and have great intentions. And that collaboration just, it works both ways, like you said.
Yeah, yeah, it
It's
was amazing. So I'll ask you this question, which I've asked everybody. What new habits have you started because of COVID? What new routine, what new thing has happened that you've embraced and you're going with?
You know, for me, I work pretty long hours, and I always have, and I'm good with that. I think post COVID, I try and walk away. I walk away from the computer. I walk away from the headset. I give
Nice.
myself a few moments. And you know, for me, if that's just a really quick run, or I love to paddleboard. So if I just jump on my paddleboard for 30 minutes, take a break, come back, and I'm better focused. And I think that's really helped me a lot. And I've learned from myself that my focus is much more in tune to get that little break.
Awesome. You know, one of the things, and I shared a little bit before we started recording, was I was invited into this session with Simon Sinek, who I love, and he talked about the new pace, that there's a new pace to what we did. Like for me, it was always throttle down, let's go, like, and no end in sight. Now there's a ebb and a flow, and I don't feel guilty when yesterday my lunch break, I rode my bike. I mean, I would never have done that. Rode my
Right.
bike, came up, showered, and was ready for a 1 o'clock call. You know me, I was insane. So I'm glad you went that way, because I think that's a real positive that has come out of this, is that the work still gets done. It actually may get done better because there's no burn or lag. I'm really into it when I'm doing it. And then, because otherwise sitting at home working all day long, you get nuts. So in our final minute, because I could talk to you forever. In our final minute or so, what's something good that you want to share with the audience about you, your family, your business? But what's a takeaway that the audience can chew on and know Paige Brough and know that they have a friend in the hearing business?
Oh, great. Yeah. Well, again, my company is Hear USA, so certainly any hearing care needs come our way. Our mission statement is changing lives through better hearing. And I think for me as a person, I'm thrilled where I am because I can help people every day. And just make sure that you love what you're doing every day, because 90% of our waking life is working. So have that passion, channel it into what you do, and still enjoy life, because as we know these days, that's critical as well.
That is absolutely critical. Thank you so much for sharing a couple of minutes with me and the audience. It's fantastic to see you. And please, we don't live that far from each other. We should see each other.
Let's
So,
do that. Thanks for having
fantastic.
me.
You got it. You got give your whole family a hug. Nice seeing you.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.